Ever say, I'll never be able to retire because I didn't start saving enough when I was younger? Or, I want to retire now, but it just feels too far off. If so, then this episode is for you.
This is Queer Money episode 629, brought to you by the Optimize Investment Partners Portugal Golden Opportunities Fund. More on that later. Today, we are sharing with you the steps you can take to achieve financial independence in as few years as possible, maybe even as little as 3. So, can you reach financial independence in 3 years? Yes. Is it easy? No. Is it typical? Hell no. But it's possible with the right systems, the right numbers, and the right kind of main character energy.
So let's start off by defining what FI or financial independence is, or put another way, what is true wealth? Well, David and I define true wealth as having 5 freedoms in your life. The first is money freedom, to live the life that you want without financial constraints, which is the entire purpose of this entire series of the Queer Money podcast. The other second is location freedom, to be able to live, work, and play wherever it is that you want to, wherever it is that you thrive. The third freedom is time freedom, to have autonomy over your most precious resource. The fourth is relationship freedom, to spend your most precious resource with your most precious gifts. And 5, you freedom, the ability or the autonomy to be your authentic self wherever you want to be without risk or fear. If you want these 5 freedoms in your life and you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and give us a green heart in the comments.
So let's get serious. Financial independence in 3 years, it isn't about some amazing stock tip.
I jerk off at least twice a day. Wow.
Or flipping crypto like a weekend trick, or maybe even trying to manifest $1 million with a vision board and oat milk, because we tried that. Seriously, we tried that.
It is that extraordinary results require extraordinary systems, and systems are boring until they buy you freedom. You cannot reach financial independence in 3 years by working or investing harder. You get it by building systems that work for you. So let's talk about how you do that. Here's the Queer Money Financial Independence framework. Change your mindset, change your habits, change your cash flow.
The first step is to update our mindset system. Now, what does that mean? Well, our mindset system is the information we bring in, the conversations we have in our head, and the conversations we have with other people, especially those who are closest to us. We want to shift from this is hard to this is simple and worth it. Shift from I'm having to make a sacrifice to I'm building something. Shift from I like to consume to I like to create. You see, financial independence isn't I can spend however much I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. That's really billionaire energy. Financial independence is more about building boundaries for ourselves and aligning the boundaries that we live by with those 5 freedoms. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment and let us know which of the 5 freedoms is most exciting or invigorating for you.
Step 2 is to update our habit systems. And this is the part that the gay listers are really going to hate for you. You see, a lot of us want financial independence, but we don't want to have to update our lives, our lifestyle. And the thing is we conflate luxury with comfort. In many cases, we can either have luxury or we can have financial freedom, but we likely can have both. Think about it. Is a $6,000 Mario Bellini couch with a Hermes throw really there for luxury, or is it there for comfort? In many cases, we have it there because it proves our status within the community. So what are the systems that we need to update? One of the systems is we need to update how we use our time. Maybe we've reduced the number of Sunday brunches that we go to so that we can reduce the amount of money that we spend. And maybe we've reduced the number of 5-hour Sunday binges of heated rivalry so that we have more time to invest in growing our business or learning how to invest in the stock market.
Another set of habits that we want to think about updating are our habits around fostering relationships. Are we fostering relationships when we are gossiping with other individuals, or when we're sitting around doing a judgment sesh, when we're talking about what somebody is doing or wearing? Or are we engaging in upbuilding and uplifting type of conversations, especially around financial independence and the habits that we're trying to create or the goals we're trying to reach? That can motivate us and other individuals. The final set of habits we want to take a look at updating are habits around money. And this is what can probably move us towards financial independence the fastest. And that is ask ourselves what ways that we're using our money. Are we using our money to buy approval and acceptance from others, like we talked about in episode 625? Or are we using our money to escape through things like recreational drugs, alcohol, therapy shopping, oftentimes on things we can't even afford or maybe don't even need? And all of this is around the idea of if we update our habits, we are looking forward to the kind of person that we want to become, not the person that we are right now, especially when we're trying to do this so that we're not trying to appease or look for the approval of a group of people.
Step 3 is update your money systems. Now, this comes in 3 parts itself. Part 1 is to find your FI number, or the amount of money that gives you the financial independence to be able to say nope to a job, a boss, a bad situation, whatever. The Queer Money translation of this is that this is the baseline number that you need to have that time and location freedom that we talked about earlier. The FIRE calculation for this, or the Financial Independence Retire Early calculation for this, is calculate your current living expenses, try to reduce or eliminate as many of those unnecessary expenses as possible. Now, let's be real. This is going to take some time. And then 3, that's your financial independence target. Then you can scale this up over time as you build your wealth pyramid or you increase your annual or monthly income, but we'll talk about more of that in part 3.
All right, the second step is to understand what our baseline budget is. Before we run headlong into financial independence, it's important for us to understand what our essentials baseline is. So that includes things like housing, transportation, insurance, utilities, even our debt minimums. You see, if we don't understand how much these things are and how much they are all together, we will never understand how much is enough. The problem is, and what trips many people up, is the word budget. Many of us say, I don't need to budget. I don't have a spending problem. But then our bank account goes, girl, I'm on a first name basis with DoorDash.
Start by tracking your spending. Use a spreadsheet or a worksheet if that structure makes it easier for you. The premium spending analysis available in the Queer Money Retirement Vault is a perfect and very popular tool to do just this. And keep in mind, it's not just your income alone that determines your freedom. It's your savings and investing as well.
So part 3 is building your financial independence money flow. Financial independence in 3 years is rarely about just investing. You see, we live in the best time in history when it comes to being able to monetize our own expertise. So that means for many of us, starting a business or having a side hustle. But it does include investing, especially in the stock market. It also includes a third piece. This is something that we talk about in the Wealth Builders Pyramid as part of the Queer Money Retirement Vault, and that is real estate investing.
Real estate drama, a hard pass. You do not need to invest in Portuguese real estate to qualify for Portugal's Golden Visa. Optimize Investment Partners Portugal Golden Opportunities Fund invests in listed assets only, stocks, bonds, ETFs. So it's cleaner, it's faster, and it's more fabulous. Golden Visa eligibility, no Portuguese bank account required, and IRA compatibility. Check the link below in this YouTube video for more details.
So when it comes to building a business or a side hustle, it basically breaks down 2 ways. One is trading your time for money. Think Uber, DoorDash, overtime. Basically, this is fast money, but you're limited by the amount of time you have. The second is building something that can grow really big. For example, digital products or content creation like a YouTube channel or even consulting. The idea there is it may take a little bit longer to build, but you have huge upside potential. You see, for financial independence in 3 years, we want to go from that idea of I'm only making money when I'm clocked in to I'm making money all day long, whether I'm clocked in or not.
So what does this look like in real life? This has been our lives for the last 15 years, but before we quit our 9-to-5s, we had to do the very same exercises that we're suggesting to you today. So with regard to changing our mindset, we had to do the internal work and realize that we didn't need to use money to buy love and acceptance. We didn't need to buy those rounds of shots that we couldn't afford, or we didn't need to pay for everyone's dinner when we went out to eat. We also had to deconstruct the idea that we needed a new car every few years. We had to be okay with the idea that we could keep a car for a long time. And we ended up keeping our car for about 15 years, which gave us a lot of extra money to pay down debt, save, and invest in the stock market. And then with regard to changing our habits, we had to stop going out to eat as much. We actually started to stay at home about 90% of the time and making our own food, which ended up being healthier for us anyway. And then we had to stop spending our weekends at the mall because we were bored, because boredom oftentimes made us buy things that we couldn't necessarily afford.
So we changed our cash flow. How did we do that? Well, we basically reduced our expenses down to just our essentials or anything that aligned with our why. Our why of wanting to save for retirement, our why of spending more time together, our why of traveling with cash instead of credit cards, and our why of giving back to the community. You see, we built 2 businesses, we house hacked a duplex to reduce our living expenses, and we invested in the stock market. All of these are part of the Wealth Builders Pyramid that we walk people through in the Queer Money Retirement Vault.
So can you retire in 3 years? Yes, if you treat it like a system and not a fantasy. If you want help running the numbers and mapping your fastest path to financial independence, you know where to reach us. Until next time, stay financially fabulous, stay financially ruthless, and please stop financing your coping mechanisms.
Next time, we're going to be taking a look at the best places for gay people to retire in the country of Croatia. So remember to stay fabulous. And if 3 years feels like a stretch, catch this video on how to retire in 10 years. Bye.